There's a place where the wind won't stay, where the ground remembers every name, and the branches don't bend with time. They just wait for a reason to climb. The moon don't shine it on the stairs, at all the things that once were there, and the air feels thick like it knows the tale of the hanging tree down by the trail. I first heard about it when I was a child, from voices low and eyes gone wild. They said don't go where the roots run deep, where the dead don't rest, they only sleep. But I grew up with a restless heart, and warnings only tore me apart. So I followed the road where the shadows leaned into the silence of evergreen. The forest closed like a shutting hand, pulling me into forgotten land. And every step on the twisted trail felt like I was part of the tale. And then I saw it through the haze, a shape that broke the forest maze, a crooked silhouette on high, scratching lines into the sky. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go, and every step that I take near feels like I was always here. The bark was black like a burned out past, where nothing living ever lasts. Names were carved in fading lines, like warnings trapped in twisted pines. I reached my hand, but the air turned cold, like something ancient took my hold. And in the silence I swear I knew that the tree was watching too. A rope still hung from a broken limb, swaying slow like a quiet hymn, not pulled by wind, not pulled by fate, just waiting patient, still and straight. And the forest seemed to breathe as one, like it remembered what was done. And every sound I tried to speak was swallowed by the hollow deep. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go, and every step that I take near feels like I was always here. I saw shapes moving in the wood, like they remembered where I stood. Not quite alive, not quite gone, just echoes of a lifelong drone. A voice came out from the crooked grain, soft like sorrow, sharp like pain. It said you came here on your own, now you're part of what has grown. The ground below felt less than real, like it forgot how life should feel. And every breath I tried to take was something the tree would break. And I understood too late, there was no path, no escape. The forest doesn't let you flee. Once you see the hanging tree, it doesn't kill, it doesn't save, it just remembers what it gave. And every soul that passed its sight still walks its roots at night. It's the hanging tree where the lost don't leave, where the wind still whispers what it believes, where every branch holds a memory of the ones who came but never got free. Oh, I hear it calling low and slow, where the broken shadows go. And now I know what I've become, just another voice in the hum. Now I stand where the silence grows, beneath the weight that nobody knows. No longer running, no longer free, just part of the hanging tree. And if you ever walk this place and feel the air begin to change, don't look up, don't ask why. Just let the forest say goodbye. The wind don't move, the night standing still. The tree remembers what it will, and I remain where shadows be, forever bound to the hanging tree.
The ink was dry before I signed, like it knew what it would find. A trembling hand, a desperate mind, and a promise I left behind. The air went cold without a sound, like the world had turned around, and every shadow in the room leaned in close like it knew doom. He didn't look like fire or flame, just a man who knew my name, smiling soft, too calm, too wide, like something hollow lived inside. He said, I can fix what's broken you, all the things you've been through. But his eyes never blinked once, like he'd done this 1,000 times. I asked him what he wanted in return. He said, nothing you can't afford to burn. And I laughed like I understood, but I never really should. The pen felt heavy in my grip, like it had teeth along its tip, and every word I wrote down fast was something I could never cast back. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No fortune came, no burning light, just silence where the truth should be, and something watching inside of me. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every step I try to run still echoes what I've done. Gone when I looked twice, just dust and air and frozen time. The signature still burned my skin like it had crawled itself within. I tried to speak but no sound came, just whispers calling out my name from somewhere not quite far or near, but always standing right here. My reflection didn't match my face, it wore a grin I couldn't place, and every blink it made instead looked just a little more like dead. The ground beneath me didn't shift, it just accepted what I'd gift, and every breath I tried to take was something darker in its wake. The devil's deal went wrong that night, no mercy left, no wrong or right, just empty words I can't undo, and everything that's breaking through. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every road I try to run still leads me back to what I've done. crowded streets where no one else would meet his eyes, just standing there in passing light, smiling like he owns the night. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but every fear I tried to keep came rushing back in sudden waves, like I was standing on my grave. And when I blinked, he wasn't there, just winding silence, empty air. But something lingered in his place, like he had carved it in the space. It ain't about a soul you sell, it's every truth you never tell, every line you choose to cross without counting what you lost. And deals like that don't break or fade, they just become the lives you made, till every choice you thought was free is just another part of me. The devil's deal went wrong for me, but not in ways I thought it'd be. No chains, no fine, no final scream, just waking up inside a dream. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the ending's already done. And every breath I still belong to the devil's deal gone wrong. Now I don't bargain, I don't pray, I just watch the light decay. No escape, no victory won, just the price of what I've done. And if you ever hear that call from a voice behind the wall, don't answer back, don't play along, or your deal will go wrong. The ink is dry, the night is long, and nothing here feels truly wrong. Just me and everything I've done, from the devil's deal gone wrong. From the devil's deal gone wrong. There was nothing in the warning, no sign carved in the sky, just a stillness in the evening that no one questioned why. And the air felt strangely open, like a door left standing wide, but no one thought to close it the night the angels left. Stayed in its rhythm, like nothing slipped away. But something pulled back slowly, too quiet to detect, like a hand that once was steady no longer chose to rest. There's no sound of wings departing, no shadow on the ground, just a space where something guarded that isn't here now. No line was crossed, no word was said, just something missing. what we kept. The door stayed open longer, the streets felt slightly wide. Every corner held a silence that no one could divide. There's a weight inside the quiet, like a shift beneath the skin, and you feel it in the distance, though you can't say where it's been. No one turned to mark the moment, no one tried to understand, but something that once held the line was no longer in command. No warning sign, no truth to face, just something gone without a trace. And every step we took alone felt like something we had grown. It was the night the angels left us here. No sense of wrong, no sense of fear, just something absent in the air that made it clear they weren't there. Oh, we stayed, we carried on like nothing right had turned to wrong. But every word we tried to keep fell somewhere we couldn't reach. I stood still in the morning light, tried to feel what used to stay, but the quiet didn't answer, it just settled in its way. No return, no second passing, no reversal I could tell, just the sense that something lifted and left us to ourselves. And in that stillness, slow and certain, with no presence left to claim, I stopped waiting for their voices and felt the weight remain. It ain't a fall you hear or see, it's what's no longer meant to be. Every God you never knew can leave without a word to you. And angels don't always descend, sometimes they just quietly end. So every line you thought was held might be something else as well. It was the night, and now I know it wasn't sudden, just let go. No matter how we try to see, it's how it's always gonna be. Oh, we stayed, we didn't run, but something changed in everyone. And every step we take from here is taken without something near. Now the sky looks just the same, no tear, no mark, no sign, but the space it used to carry feels different every time. And if you ever feel that absence, like the world just slipped a layer, don't look up to find what left you, it might not still be there. There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, and a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every window's cracked like a sinner's grin. You can feel that rock crawling under your skin. I came back here with a hollow chest, just a rattling soul and a death wish rest. Got a past that howls when the night gets loud, like a buried truth scratching through the ground. And the wind spells out what I tried to hide.
Every sin I bear, it's still alive inside. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drown. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. There was blood on the floor of a motel room, and a flickering light singing my doom. I remember her eyes, but not her scream, just the silence after, like a bad dream. Tried to wash it off in a roadside sink, but the stain sank deeper than I could think. Now the water runs red when I close my eyes, and her voice still hums like a lullaby. And the truth don't bend when it's carved in bone. It just waits for you when you're all alone. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I'd drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. Met a stranger once on a midnight road. He was dressed like me, even spoke my code. Said, I've been where you're trying to go. Then he smiled like he already knows. He said, you can run, but you can't outride what's been stitched in your bones since the day you cried. Every choice you made carved a deeper chain. Now you wear me too. We're one and the same. And I felt my pulse start to split in two, like the man I was never really knew. Every step I took he was walking to, like a second shadow I couldn't lose. I dug a hole in the dead of night with trembling hands and no moonlight. Said, this is where I bury you, but the dirt whispered back, I bury you too. The sky's gone black like a burned out vein, and the air tastes sharp with the coming rain. I can feel that end breathing down my neck like a promise I ain't outrun yet. There's a cross of ash where my heart once beat, and a trail of bones underneath my feet. If there's mercy left, it forgot my face, left me locked in time I can't erase. The devil wears my name when the night comes down, whispers every secret I thought I drowned. In the mirror's glass I don't see a man, just a shadow shaped like a broken plan. Every step I take leaves a deeper grave. Every breath I steal feels already claimed. I ain't lost, I've been claimed the same by the devil wearing my name. The devil wears my skin, wears my shame, calls me out like a cursed refrain. Every road I take bends back again to the place where it all began. If there's fire waiting, I felt the spark, been burning alive in the endless dark. I don't run, I don't pray, I just fade while he takes my place. So if you see me walking through your town, keep your head low, don't make a sound, 'cause the man you see ain't who I became. just the devil wearing my name. There's a scar in the dirt where the railroad dies, in a town full of ghosts that don't close their eyes. Every wind
The shovel bit into the night, under a sky without a light. No thunder spoke, no wind would stay, just dirt that didn't ask me why or what I'd say. The ground was soft like it agreed with everything I'd come to need. I didn't plan it line by line, it just unfolded out of time, like something waiting in my hands, beyond all moral plans. One grave for what I had become, one for what I thought I'd done, and every clump that hit the ground made a hollow kind of sound. No names were carved, no prayers were said, just echoes of what lay ahead. And every breath I tried to keep felt like it learned to weep. The earth don't judge, it just receives whatever silence it believes. And every truth I couldn't stay got buried there that day. I dug 2 graves and walked away that night. No wrong, no mercy, no clear ride, just empty space where truth once lay behind me in the clay. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but both those graves were on my side. And every step I try to take still feels like something breaks. The first was cold, the second wide, like they had room for what I tried to split between my guilt and fear. But both of me were here. The wind came through but didn't speak, like it had nothing left to seek. And every star above my head felt like it understood what bled. A shovel dropped to final sound, like closure never truly found. And in that moment, slow and gray, I turned and walked away. The night don't care what's left behind, it only knows what's redefined. And every step I take in stride still carries what I hide. I dug 2 graves and walked away from me. digging had already been done, and every breath I can't undo still lives inside what I went through. I never turned to check behind what shape those holes had left aligned, but I still feel them every day, like something that won't decay. Not ghosts, not bones, not anything, just weight that shadows seem to bring. A quiet pool beneath my skin, where endings never end within. The road ahead was long and bare, but part of me stayed buried there. And every step I ever made still knew the price I paid. It ain't the dirt, it ain't the night, it's everything we set to right. Every version we deny still waits beneath the sky. And some graves don't hold just the dead, they hold the thoughts we never said. Till everything we walk away still follows every day. I dug two graves and walked away in time, but neither one was truly mine. No clean escape, no truth to keep, just echoes buried deep. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but both still walk inside of me. And every breath I try to take still shakes what I can't break. Now I don't dig, I don't return, I let those silent memories burn. No past to fix, no truth to claim, just ashes calling out my name. And if you ever find that place where earth remembers every face, don't stay too long, don't look too deep, or you'll find what you still keep. The wind moves on, the night runs gray, but something never went away. And I remain where shadows stay, where I dug two graves and walked away. Porch lies dead, the door won't creak, dust on the floor where love used to sleep. I called your name into the air, but silence answered cold and bare. A photograph still on the wall, two smiling faces before the fall. I traced your shadow on the floor, but it don't belong here anymore. The road took years out of my bones. I carried hope like broken stones. No one waited when I came home. The phone rang once in the dead of night, a hollow tone with no living light, no number shown, no name to see, just static breathing back at me. The wind was still, the house went cold, like something ancient had taken hold, and from somewhere beneath the floor came a sound like I'd heard before. I almost didn't pick it up, but curiosity is a bitter cup. So I pressed it close to my ear and heard a voice that shouldn't be here. It spoke my name like a rusted prayer,
silence answered for something blunt, a breathing slow, a hollow tone, like the grave had found my phone. It's a call from the grave I can't hang up, like fate itself filling a broken cup. Every ring pulls me further down to the place where the lost get found. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the dead don't sleep on the other side. And every word that the darkness gave was a voice from a shallow grave. I left the house and the street was wrong, like the world had been waiting too long. Streetlights flickered like dying eyes, blinking through familiar lies. Every step on the empty road carried the weight of a heavy coat, like something followed just out of sight, breathing behind the edge of night. Then the phone rang again in my hand, like it knew I'd finally understand. And the voice said, "Look, you're not alone," as the dirt began to feel like bone. I passed the church where I used to pray, but the cross had turned the other way. And the bells rang once without a hand, like the dead were making a stand. It's a call from the grave I can't hang up, like fate itself filling a broken cup. Every ring pulls me further down to the place where the lost get found. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the dead don't sleep on the other side. And every word that the darkness gave was a voice from a shallow grave. I saw a shadow in the pouring rain, wearing my face like it knew my pain. It stood by the roadside, still and cold, like it had stories it never told. It raised a hand and the phone went dead, but the silence screamed inside my head. And the ground beneath me started to call, like something was waiting beneath it all. I knelt down slow to the soaked up earth, wondering what my silence was worth. And the soil whispered back my name, like it had always known my shame. And then I saw it clear as glass, every mistake that I let pass was carved in stone beneath my feet, where memory and the graveyard meet. The call wasn't a voice at all, it was the echo of my own downfall, coming back through the endless night to collect what I thought I'd left behind. No one waited when I came home. The phone rang once in the dead of night, a hollow tone with no living light, no number shown, no name. Hush now, don't you make a sound. The night is listening all around. The wind don't blow, it breathes in slow, where the lost and weary go. Close your eyes, don't ask me why. There's comfort in a lullaby, but not the kind you knew before. This one opens a different door. I heard it first when I was young, a song too soft to be well sung. No voice,
no tune I could repeat, just something drifting through my sleep. My mother said, don't follow that, there's no road there that leads you back. But every night it called my name, until the dark and I were the same. It hummed through walls, through bone, through air, like something always waiting there. And every time I turned away, it pulled me deeper anyway. It ain't a song for the living near, it's something only the lost can hear. And once it finds its way inside, it never leaves, it just resides. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I walk the fields where no one goes, where silence blooms and nothing grows. And there I heard it, clear as day, not loud, just close enough to stay. A figure stood where shadows bend, not quite a start, not quite an end. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but I felt something in me break. The song grew strong without a sound, like it rose up from the ground. And every breath I tried to take turned into something it would take. The sky turned pale, the world went thin, like I had stepped too far within. And every step I tried to flee just brought the lullaby with me. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I see their faces when I rest, not in fear, but something less, like memories without a frame, or voices stripped of every name. They don't reach out, they don't accuse, they just exist in hollow hues. And in their stillness I can feel a truth too quiet to be real. That this ain't death and this ain't peace, it's something in between. Release, a place where nothing fades or dies, just hums beneath the lullaby. And maybe I was always meant to hear the song that never ends, not as curse, not as grace, but as a path I couldn't erase. No fire, no dark, no heaven's call, just endless echo through it all. A melody without a start that settles deep inside the heart. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, and now I know it brought me here. No need to run, no need to try, I've learned to breathe its quiet side.
Listen close, but don't reply to the dead man's lullaby. 'Cause once it finds you in the deep, it won't just visit, it will keep a place for you where shadows lie inside that quiet lullaby. Hush now, don't you make a sound. The night is closing all around. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke. With a heart to know and a soul long broke. A dead man riding through the smoke. No prayers left, no second hope. Just the sound of hooves where the shadows flow. A dead man riding.
There's water running steady, but it doesn't change a thing. Just moves across the surface like it's afraid to touch the skin. And the light above the basin doesn't flicker, doesn't lie, but it can't erase the feeling of something still inside. I tried to scrub it out in silence till my hands went pale and sore, but the stain don't act like matter, it just settles in the core. Every drop of water falling feels like memory return, like it carries what I'm losing in a way I never learned. There's no visible reminder, no clear shape I can define, but I feel it in the pressure every time I cross the line. No amount of time will break it, no attempt can rearrange it, and every breath I try to take feels like it's already stained. The blood won't wash clean tonight, no wrong erased, no right inside, just something that refuses to leave, no matter what I try to believe. Oh, I scrubbed until I broke, tried to turn it into smoke, but every drop that should have gone just lingers when the water's on. The mirror doesn't show it clearly, but I see it all the same. Not in shape, but in the silence that responds when I say my name. There's no witness left to question, no one left to testify, but the absence feels like knowing something no one can deny. I turn away, it stays behind me. I look down, it's still there too, like it learned to live between what I did and what is true. No truth to fix, no past to change, there's something I can't rearrange, and every step I try to take feels like it's already stained. The blood won't wash clean, I see it was never just on me. No matter how I tried to run, it stayed until the day was done. Oh, I turned the water on till every feeling should be gone, but every drop that falls away still carries what it cannot see. Now don't fight the reflection, let it settle where it will. There's no ending in the cleaning, just a silence growing still. And it isn't punishment speaking, it's just something left to be, like a truth that won't dissolve now in the way I try to be. And in that quiet recognition, with no resistance left to try, I stop calling it a burden and let it occupy. It ain't what water takes away, it's what refuses to decay. Every act you try to hide finds a place it can survive, and nothing pure stays untouched by the weight of what it was. So every stain you try to fight becomes a
The sink runs out of motion, but the feeling doesn't fade. Just a quiet understanding of the choices that I made. And if you ever try to clean what refuses to be gone, don't assume it leaves you empty. It might be what you become.
The clock strikes 12 with a broken chime, like it's counting down borrowed time. The wind drags knives across the sky, and the stars refuse to testify. Somewhere distant a dog won't bark, like even sound is afraid of the dark. And the night leans in, slow and tight, waiting for vengeance at midnight. This ghost town place, with fire still burning behind my face. Same old streets, same crooked signs, but nothing here remembers mine. The saloon door hangs like a jaw half dead, swinging slow with words unsaid. And every step on the wooden floor feels like it's been stepped on before. They all stopped when I crossed inside, like the past had just arrived. No greeting spoke, no eyes met mine, just silence drawn in a straight line. I didn't come here to pray or plead, I came for the dead they refuse to bleed. And every breath that I take tonight is one more step toward the fight. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still for the moment I collect my will. The barkeep froze with the glass half full, like he felt the pull of something cruel. A man in the corner didn't move a blink, just watched the night begin to sink. I said, you remember what you did that day? He turned away, but the fear stayed. And every shadow in that room started breathing like it knew its doom. A memory crawled through the smoke-filled air, of blood on wood and a prayer not there, of a man left dying in the rain while they left away the pain. Now I'm
understand this land, but I've seen deserts swallow men whole, and I know the weight of a broken soul. A shot rang out, but I didn't flinch. Time itself seemed to twitch, and when the smoke finally cleared the room, was drowning in its own doom. One by one they tried to run, but the night had already begun. No door was open, no path was free, just consequence and memory. I don't feel anger like I once did. It's something colder that I've hit, a quiet storm without a name, that doesn't burn, it just remains. And every face I used to know turns to ash in the afterglow, like justice wears a different skin when the midnight lets it in. And fashions at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still for the moment I collect my will. Now the town is quiet, too damn still, like it finally paid the final bill. The wind moves through what's left behind, like it's erasing every line. I stand alone where the story ends. No enemies, no friends, just silence heavy as the grave, and everything I couldn't save. Midnight fades, but the weight remains like rust that never leaves the chains. And I walk on through the fading light, still carrying vengeance from midnight. The morning broke in broken light, through stained glass stained with last night's fight. The wind stood still, the world stood bare, like it knew what wasn't there. And far away, too faint to be, a bell that rings too late for me, a hollow sound, a fading fate. The church bells rang too late. I walked the road that led me back, through ash and gravel faded tracks, where every step I tried to take still carried what I couldn't shake. The church stood tall but looked away, like it had nothing left to say. The doors were shut but I could hear the echo of a buried prayer. The pews were empty, cold and torn, like they had long since been forlorn. And every cross upon the wall looked like it couldn't stand at all. I knelt down slow in silent dread, with all the words I never said, and every breath I tried to keep just sank down deeper into me. The church bells rang too late for me, when truth was already buried deep. No holy hand, no savior. take. The preacher's book lay open wide, with pages burned and black inside, like someone tried to write again a truth that wouldn't fit in sin. The altar cracked beneath the weight of promises it couldn't make, and every candle burned too low, like even faith refused to glow. I saw my name carved in the wood, not how it was, but how it should have ended long before I came to kneel before a hollow name. The air when still the dust stood high, like it refused to say goodbye, and every sound I thought I knew was something I had passed right through. The church bells rang too late for me, when truth was already buried deep. No holy hand, no saving grace could reach me in that empty place. Oh, I tried to call out through the night, but nothing came to set it right. And every sin I tried to fake still echoes in the steps I take. I walked outside where shadows grew, like they were waiting there for you. And in the wind I swore I heard a final broken whispered word. Not judgment sharp, not wrath or flame, just everything I can't reclaim. A weight that doesn't leave a fade, just settles in the things I made. The bells rang once, then died again, like mercy only comes at 10. But I was gone before they tried to pull me back from what I died. It ain't the church that saved your soul, it's what you do when you lose control. And every step you try to take is either truth or mistaken. Bells don't ring to change the past, they only echo things that last. Too late to heal, too late to save, just sound above an empty grave. The church bells rang too late that day, when everything had gone away. No light returns, no sin is undone once the silence has begun. Oh, I tried to stand, I tried to pray, but nothing here would lead the way. And every truth I can't escape still rings long after fate. Now I don't wait for morning's call, I stand beneath where shadows fall. No past to fix, no truth to gain, just echoes ringing through my name. And if you ever hear that sound through empty sky or hollow ground, don't listen long, don't hesitate, or the church bells will ring too late. The bell still swings, but makes no sound, just moving there, no sacred ground. And I remain where truth won't wait, where church bells ring too late. Still stands but barely breathes through curtains torn and dying leaves. The porch swings slow with no one there, just hollow echoes in the air. A photograph turned face down lies, like it couldn't face the skies. Somewhere deep inside the night, a widow cries without a light. To hum when morning came, before the silence knew her name. Now every room she passes through forgets the color it once knew. The table
was set for one again, like time forgot where he had been. And every chair she dares to pass feels heavier than broken glass. The clock don't tick, it hesitates like it's unsure of what it waits. And every second feels too long, like it's been morning all along. She speaks his name into the air, but only emptiness is there. And every breath she holds inside turns slowly into her last cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. Still holds a shaping thread, like it refuses he is dead. And every wrinkle in the sheets feels like a ghost she can't release. She traces lines along the frame, still whispering his forgotten name. But silence answers all she gives, like that's the way he chooses to live. A candle melts beside the wall, like it's been listening to it all. And every flicker bends and dies, like it hears the widow's cries. The wind don't bring her any peace, it only twists what won't release. And every tear she tries to hide becomes another final cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. She walks outside where shadows bend, to where the road and sorrow end. The wind picks up like it might speak, but only sighs through broken creek. A ring still hangs around her hand, like it refuses to understand that some goodbyes don't leave a sound, they just settle in the ground. And in the dark she swears she sees a shape among the dying trees. But when she reaches, it's not real, just grief. She still can feel, and maybe love don't truly die, it just learns how to say goodbye. In empty rooms and fading skies, and in a widow's last cries, no heaven answers, no hell replies, just silence where the memory lies. And every heart that breaks in two still learns to live without the truth. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, no flame, no soul, no final spark, just love that time could not destroy, but never gave her back the boy. Oh, she calls, but nothing replies, just echoes in the endless skies. And every night she says goodbye to the sound of her last cry. Now the house stands cold and warm, where love and silence both were born. No footsteps left, no voice to hear, just absence settling year by year. And if you pass that lonely place where sorrow never leaves its trace, don't listen long, don't ask her why, or you'll hear the widow's
last cry. The widow's last cry. Runs thin, and grief just circles back again. And somewhere in the empty sky still echoes the widow's last cry. There's a hollow in the valley where the dead winds moan, where the trees grow crooked like they've seen what I was raised on the taste of a sinner's regret, with a Bible in one hand and a blade in the next. Daddy drank till his shadow turned mean and cold, said the world's just a grave, boy, you dig or get sold. So I learned how to bury what I couldn't outrun. Now the dirt knows my name better than anyone. And the night don't sleep when it's inside your skin. It just claws its way out from within. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't pray. There's a church on a hill with a cracked front door, and a preacher who don't believe anymore. He got blood on his hands and a cross on his chest, as forgiveness is just something sold to the rest. I lit a match where the candle should burn, watched the pages of salvation curl and turn. He just stood there smiling like he understood that the fire in my veins ain't never been good. And the bells don't ring when the truth walks in, they just rust in the weight of sin. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply. Just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. Walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away, 'cause ashes don't break. Met a woman in black by a roadside grave. She was digging a hole like she dug my fate. Said every man's got a debt to pay. Then she looked at me and whispered my name. Her eyes were empty like a burnt out star, like she'd seen every wound and every scar. She said, you've been running since you were born, but the end's already been carved in stone. And I followed her down where the roots run deep through the bones, the secrets we tried to keep. She said, a soul like yours don't ever get free. It just trades one hell for eternity. I try to wash these hands in the pouring rain, but the blood just danced in the crimson stain. Every prayer I spoke turned to dust in my mouth. Every road I took just circled me out. Now the sky hangs low like a loaded gun, and I taste my end on my tongue. There's a noose in the wind and it calls my name like a lullaby soaked in shame. I carve my sins in the walls of time, but they carve me back in a darker line. And the man I was ain't the man I see, just a ghost with a pulse where a heart should be. Ashes don't pray, and neither do I. Heaven went silent the night mama died. I scream at the sky, but it don't reply, just echoes of hell and a vulture's cry. I walk through the flames where the lost ones stay, where mercy's a lie and the dead souls stay. If there's grace, it's too far away. 'Cause ashes don't pray, ashes don't pray, they just drift and fade, like the lives we lost and the debts we made. Every breath I take feels borrowed and thin, like the reaper's already wearing my skin. If there's peace, forgot my name, left me drowning in smoke and blame. I ain't clean, I ain't saved, just a soul that the darkness claimed. So lay me down where the black earth cracks, with the sins I carried strapped to my back. No stone, no cross, no sacred ground, just the sound of silence dragging me down. And if there's a God, he turned away long before I lost my way. Now the fire's gone cold, but the debt remains, and ashes. Ashes don't pray.
The bell don't ring like it used to pray, it just hangs in the air like it's lost its way. Wind crawls slow through broken stained glass, whispering sins from a buried past. The floorboards groan with a hollow sound, like something beneath is still unbound. And every step that I take inside feels like I'm walking through someone's life. The skies were gray, following stories that wouldn't stay. They said the church on the hill still breathes, but it don't belong to the likes of me. The paint was peeling from holy wood, like even God forgot it ever stood. And the sign outside was cracked in two, saying all are welcome, but no one knew. I pushed the door and it whispered back, like it recognized every soul I lacked. And the air went heavy, thick with dust, like faith itself had turned to rust. I swear I heard a choir below, singing hymns that nobody knows. And the deeper I walked through the nave, the colder the light refused to save. These are the secrets of the old church walls, where the righteous fade and the silence calls, where prayers don't rise, they sink and drown in the hollow heart of a godless town. Oh, I came for truth, but I found decay, where every answer just slipped away. And the deeper I look, the more I see the church is alive, and it's watching me. There was a book left open on the stand, with ink like blood on a trembling hand. Pages torn where the name should be, like something erased deliberately. The candles burn, but they cast no light, just shadows that twisted out of sight. And I swear shattered prayer. A man in black stood behind the pew, said, "Son, you don't know what you're going through." But when I turned, there was no one there, just a smell of smoke and the poison air. The walls were breathing slow and deep, like they'd been awake for centuries, and every crack in the stone confessed that something inside would never rest. These are the secrets of the old church walls, where the righteous fade and the silence calls, where prayers don't rise, they sink and drown in the hollow heart of a godless town. Oh, I came for truth, but I found decay, where every answer just slipped away. And the deeper I look, the more I see the church is alive, and it's watching me. Beneath the altar, a hidden stair carved into darkness like it was always there. Each step I took made the echoes scream, like I was falling inside a dream. The deeper I went, the older it felt, like time itself had started to melt. And carved in the stone were names I knew from lives I never thought I'd live through. There was a room with a cross upside down and a mirror that showed no one around. But when I blinked, I saw myself with hollow eyes and someone else. And I heard them singing beneath the ground, not a words, just sorrow wrapped in sound. Like every confession that was ever denied was still alive and couldn't die. The air got tight, the dark got thin, like something was waking up within. And I knew right then I should have run, but the door was gone, the turning undone. These are the secrets of the old church walls, where the righteous fade and the silence calls, where prayers don't rise, they sink and drown in the hollow heart of a godless town. Oh, I came for truth, but I found decay, where every answer just slipped away. And now I know what the whispers mean. The church remembers everything. Now I sit where the altar once stood tall, listening to nothing that sounds like it calls my name in echoes that never end. Like time is folding back again. The world above feels far and small, like it never mattered at all. And I wonder if I was ever free, or just another part of its memory. The bell don't ring, but I still hear a sound that was never meant for ears. And the old church waits in stone and breath, guarding secrets that outlive death. Was holding back the light, and every breath I tried to keep felt like a secret meant to weep. The crosshair steady in my hand on something I don't understand, and in that moment, cold and fast, I pulled the trigger on the past. It stood there plain and open sight, no mask, no shadow, no disguise at night. Just truth itself, too sharp to hold, too raw, too honest, too uncontrolled. It didn't run, it didn't plead, just looked at me and let me see every lie I ever made, every price I never paid. The wind went silent, even sound refused to stay above the ground, and everything I thought I knew started breaking clean in two. My hands were steady, but not right, like something else was in the fight, and every just spread itself across the sky, like something bigger than my aim was still alive inside the flame. The silent scream without a sound, like judgment falling all around, and every echo in my chest refused to give me rest. The world went still, the colors drained, like truth that left and only pain remained. And in that emptiness I knew there was nothing I could undo. The smoke don't rise, it just descends, like consequence that never ends. And every step I try to take just feels like something starts to break. I shot the truth and let it bleed that night. No mercy left inside the side, no holy hand, no guiding plea, just what it gave back to me. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to run, but what was done was already done. And every lie I tried to see now grows where truth once used to bleed. It didn't speak, but still I heard 1,000 meanings in no word. Like every truth I tried to bend had found a way to reach the end. And in its fading slow and wide, I saw the parts of me I'd hide. Not monsters, saint, or anything, just consequences following. The trigger's cold, still in my hand, like it still doesn't understand that what I shot won't disappear. It just gets louder when it's near. It ain't the gun, it ain't the aim, it's everything we call by name. Every truth we've tried to trade still cuts us where it's made. And truth don't die when you make war, it only bleeds a little more, till everything you tried to hide starts living on the other side. I shot the truth and let it bleed for me, and now I see what I can't unsee. No clean escape, no guarantee, just what it left when it was free. Though I tried to run, but it's still running inside me. And every breath I try to keep still hears the truth beneath. Now I don't aim, I don't pretend, I wait for what I can't defend. No victory, no place to stand, just blood still warm upon my hand. And if you ever meet that gaze that cuts through all your twisted ways, don't pull the trigger, don't proceed, for you'll shoot the truth and let it bleed. The night goes on, the sky runs thin, but something never dies within. And I remain where echoes feed on what I shot and let it bleed. Sharp like a rusted blade, I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more. Just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name, the whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can finally sleep. Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust. The night was still, the air was tight, like it was holding back the light. And every breath I tried to keep felt like a secret meant to weep. The crosshair steady in my hand on something I don't understand. And in that moment, cold and fast,
There's a silo standing where the farmland died, with a rusted door and a hollow inside. Used to hold the harvest, golden and clean. Now it holds something no one's seen. I was working late when the sun went down, heard a scraping sound from the edge of town, like nails on tin or a voice too thin, calling something buried deep within. And the dust rose slow like it had a pulse, like it knew my name, like it knew my faults. There's a shadow in the grain, it's calling me through the rot and the rust and the memory. Every step I take, it grows more clear, like it's been waiting all these years. Hear it breathing low in the hollow steel, like it knows exactly what I conceal. I don't turn, I don't explain, I just walk toward the shadow in the grain. There's a ladder bent up the inner wall, where the echoes stretch and the whispers crawl. I climbed halfway, then I froze in place, saw a shape shift slow in the empty space. It moved like smoke, but it held its ground, like a living thing without a sound. And I swear it was something close to my face, just twisted wrong, out of place. And the air went thick, like it sealed me in, like the silo fed on the things within. There's a shadow in the grain, it's calling me through the rot and the rust and the memory. Every step I take, it grows more clear, like it's been waiting all these years. Hear it breathing low in the hollow steel, like it knows exactly what I conceal. I don't turn, I don't explain, I just walk toward the shadow in the grain. There's a carving deep in the metal skin, just a name and a date worn thin. I brushed it clean with a shaking hand, and it matched the mark from another land, from a place I swore I'd never speak, from a night so dark it made me weak. And the deeper I stared, the more I knew that the shadow there had always been me too. And the walls closed in with a heavy sound, like the past itself was circling round. Every breath I took turned dry and slow, like I'd crossed somewhere I shouldn't go. I tried to climb, but the rungs gave way, sent me sliding down into black decay. Hit the floor where the dust ran deep, but the ground beneath me didn't keep. It shifted, moved, began to breathe, like a living thing beneath the debris. And the voice came through, low and plain: you don't leave what you've sustained. Now I wander fields that no one tends, with a hollow stare that never bends. I see that silo in every dream, with that same low hum, that same dark gleam. And I feel it grow in the back of my mind, like a second self I can't unwind. If I had a soul, it'd split in two. One stayed there, and the other grew. There's a shadow in the grain, and it wears my face in a twisted form I can't erase. Every step I take just feeds it more, like it's pulling me back to that rusted door. Hear it whisper low through the empty land: you were never more than what I planned. I don't fight, I don't complain, I just feed the shadow in the grain. There's a shadow in the grain, it don't let go, it just grows beneath everything you know. Every lie you tell, every truth you hide, turns into the thing you keep inside. If there's mercy, it don't grow here, just a harvest made out of fear. I don't live, I remain, split in half by the shadow in the grain. If you pass that silo out in the dust, where the fields gave up lips all rust. Don't step near, don't call its name, 'cause it ain't just dark, it's something you became. And once it sees what you've tried to contain, you won't walk out from the shadow in the grain.